Love your videos and the information you provide. I have a question. What upcoming developments in nuclear energy technology are you most excited about? For me, it's SMRs. Well, I must say that SMRs are crazy exciting, and that kind of does make my list. What I would say it makes me the most exciting is some research that some other faculty and I are trying to do here at North Carolina State University about what we would call a sustainability center. That would be a facility, say on the coast, that would extract uranium from seawater and be able to convert that uranium into fuel. We have a fuel manufacturing facility here in North Carolina by Wilmington that could actually make the fuel to go into nuclear reactors. And we actually even have a reactor here in just outside of Raleigh that provides us our energy. Same with Wilmington. There's another nuclear reactor out there. But we would want to have one specifically like a high temperature gas reactor, something like that. Because this sustainability center, it wouldn't just extract uranium from the ocean, which is passive. It's actually replenished annually from natural runoff of off of the mountains. It's continually replenished. There's about 4.5 billion tons of uranium in the ocean right now, and with that basically being replenished by plate tectonics and natural erosion, it's for all intents and purposes entirely sustainable and renewable. But that's not the only thing. Is that in order to have, say, a high temperature gas reactor, something like that, we're even looking at getting a research reactor like that here at NC State, but by having an actual power reactor on the coast, we would be able to make fertilizer, which right now is basically done with fossil fuels. We would be able to make cement, which right now is done with fossil fuels. We would be able to make steel. So not only are we making electricity, greenhouse gas-free electricity, but we're making all of these products that are energy intensive. They require a lot of heat, which usually comes from fossil fuels, and replacing that with nuclear. So we would be able to do desalination when we did the water extraction to give fresh water for agriculture, making the fertilizer, steel, concrete, basically decarbonizing all of that. And the reactor that I prefer outside of a high temperature gas reactor like the research one we have is actually a design that I came up with. It's a breeder reactor. I'll put a link in the comments there. This breeder reactor, it has some amazing properties. It breeds so prolifically. I actually call it a hyperbreeder, that you could actually start it with depleted uranium as part of the fuel. So natural uranium, even with some depleted uranium, it's such it breeds, it converts the uranium into fissile fuel at such a rate that you could actually do that. And it's got some really interesting properties. Plus we have passive, very passive, profound non-proliferation controls embedded into it by design. So it's just some really exciting stuff that's coming up, and I hope I live to see it. And then none of this is stalled in lawsuits and anti-nuclear rhetoric and so forth. But we'll see. So there's a lot of exciting things that we're trying to develop here at North Carolina State University that would be really exciting for decarbonizing everything, giving us energy security, and reducing the footprint for all of this, so that by passive extraction from the ocean, you don't need to dig up uranium from the ground. You don't need mines. You don't need milling. A lot of exciting things. So